Welcome to Modern Mystic Messages. I'm Teresa, and I do want to thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on the video. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back, Soul Family. In any event, I do thank you for being here, and I would like to ask that you like, share, and subscribe. We are trying to grow the channel here, and your thumbs up will help get the message to more people. So if you get some enjoyment from the video, please consider that energy exchange of giving the video a thumbs up for me and subscribing to the channel. But in any event, family, I do want to apologize for it being so late with me getting the message to you. I've actually known I was doing a reading today since 2 o'clock this morning. I woke up at 1:55 this morning and haven't been back to sleep. But it was a little too early for me to get up then. I had, other people in the house and I just didn't want to wake anyone up. But when I came down to get ready, my days off are split. So Sundays are really important for me. Wednesday is usually cooking and grocery shopping and housework and all that. Sunday mornings, I usually come outside and do a meditation and all. And it was raining a little bit this morning, so I didn't necessarily get to stay outside very long, but I still was able to get my Sunday morning in. So I definitely enjoyed that. But when I came in to do deck selection for your reading, I knew from the beginning that the Orishas wanted to come out again. So I took that deck out and I pre-cleansed and shuffled and did all the things that I need to do. And I got up, went in the kitchen to go get my water and do all of that good stuff. When I came back, there was one card that had escaped that deck. Now, I'm super careful with this deck. This deck actually it has its own wooden box, and I keep it wrapped up in velvet, and it had its own little ceremony that went with energizing the deck and all that because it's supposed to be read a certain way. Well, they let me know that I got some leeway with that. But this was the card that I put all cleansed and pre-shuffled everything. My decks were up here. At the time, this deck was on the top of some that I was going to use, and this one card fell down. Message from water. Now, I love that on a personal level because I am a Cancer, and this always, I mean, this is the Chariot card all day. But I wanted to read what the book had to say because I know, like I said, I already did my reading. This isn't mine, it's yours. But it kind of set the tone, I think, for what we're going to see today. So, good job. But the message here from water, let me see. Of course, there's a huge oyster with a mermaid inside. The mermaid is in a very elegant position, showing her to be a sort of water princess. On her head, the mermaid wears a small crown, which represents a certain aristocratic level, with 5 stones encrusted in it, since 5 are the senses. Let me see. 5 fingers on the hand and 5 of the continents which she can travel through the water. And it talks about the symbolism and stuff there. The black and white horses, of course. And it, like I said, the black horse has white details. The white horse has black details, indicating balance of strength. But then, let's see. The meaning of the card. This is the part that I kind of wanted to read for you. I think it might be for someone here. Triumphant victory, maximum pleasure in realizing that you were able to defeat the difficulties, either with or without the help of others, material or energetic factors on any level of interpretation. You have resorted to your integrity as a thinking and rational being and defeated base desires and interests as a way to reach your proposed aim. As a result, your plans came true. All this may be hard at the beginning, but not at all unpleasant. So it's been a long road, but congratulations are in order. So we're going to leave this one here. Like I said, I think this is going to set the tone. I don't know. We're going to see. Because I had pulled a pre-reading earlier or a pre-shuffle, and I was going to just record that. And then I was like, no, because I know I like to see the cards pulled in real time. And like I said, this is an energy exchange. So we're going to pull your cards in real time as well. Um, I do want to get started here. Do a little bit of sage before we get rolling. And of course, we do want to call in our spirit guides, Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Metatron, Yeshua, Saint Germain, and Thoth. We do ask your guidance, protection, and direction over this reading. Allow me to be a clear channel for spirit and bring through the messages that are going to benefit the collective. Ashe. That's weird. My sage didn't want to like catch up today, but that's okay because I did do this earlier. I don't need much. It'll continue after we put it down. We grab some Palo Santo. One of my flames went out too. That's okay too. We're gonna fix it. And I opened another one of those Roses of Jericho. I'm gonna adapt one to water and see how that goes. Adapt it to being fully submerged. I think they'll be able to bloom longer than that. But I actually just put this one in water maybe an hour or so ago, and it's already like I put it in more water. The water gets murky when you fully submerge them, but I thought that was kind of cool. Just in an hour, it's already opened up that much and starting to gain some color. Super cool. But you came here to see some tarot cards, not a flower, so we're gonna get rolling. All right, let's see what we got here. Try to get you as much of the table as we can. Okay, Spirit. Ooh. Whoa. Okay, well, you know what? This was separate. I'm going to take the first three. We're going to try to keep this reading from getting too big with too many stray cards. They do come sometimes, but yeah, we're going to stick with this. Is already four. Wow, I didn't even see that. So we start here with Magician's Sword, confidence in your magic, and the crossing, initiation, along with lost compass, getting back to integrity, and a tidy house, clarity and organization. So this does kind of indicate that Chariot card says you've done a lot of the work. I think you're tidying up ends. Some of us are going through initiations right now, gifts coming on board, and you may not even see all of this or realize it right now because it feels weird. We're kind of topsy turvy. The energies on the planet are all over the place. A lot of us are having what they call ascension symptoms, but it's coming together. There's some organization that's going to happen here. And I think that may be what part of the confusion is the lost compass. It's that reorganization as we're seeking to find that balance again here with this. There's been a lot of self direction, but there's a lot of things that just have to be balanced. Like I said, it's an initiation point. Now let's see what we're working on, and then we're going to jump into the main spread. Okay. We have Venus, offer, romance, love, beauty, creative arts, wealth, harmony, attraction, with an offer coming in, and then kisses, love, unconditionally loving, giving, receiving, affection, falling in love, and then cold, control, silent, observing, hiding feelings, secretive, blocking emotions, and mask. This is something that we see recurring a lot. I've seen it in the tarot community. Folks that are wanting to bring in and manifest love, doing all the spiritual work, but still so caught in their pain that they won't even let it in. Looking a gift horse in the mouth. Or swearing they're manifesting love, but trying to hold on to a toxic scenario that is begging to be let go of, but they're trying to make that be their real love instead of having enough faith to understand that they're evolving, and most likely the relationship that they're now qualified to have in their life has also evolved. It may not be with that person that they wanted to be in. That's a tough one too, because I know we get wrapped up in people with emotions, or like you say, you can block emotions and decide, I don't want to be hurt no more. I don't want to this. I don't want. I think we talked about this in a previous video, though. If you're doing all this manifesting work, the love you're manifesting is not going to look like the love that you had before, the toxic thing that hurt you and all that. It literally, for some of us, pushed us into hermit mode and ascension to heal from all of that stuff, whether it was love through family members, romantic love, whatever the case may be. It's the dysfunctionality that many of us live through that literally formed a crucible or put us in a crucible to heal. And we get so hurt and blocked off and cut off from love that we don't want to let it in. But folks, Spirit says you are at the crossing point. You're an initiation. You didn't initially want to be alone. That came from being jaded later. You're manifesting in love. How many times have we seen these divine counterparts crash these readings? I don't even be trying to pull a love reading, and they're coming. So we're going to roll with it and see what else is coming along here. But I guarantee you, we're going to probably see a counterpart pop up somewhere down the line in here. It's feeling like it because we got love right out the gate here. And that can be all forms. It don't have to be romantic love, but they are kissing. That don't look like no brothers and sisters that I know about. Those are real deal in love folks, people. So if that ain't you, get ready because it is you. And if you that still jaded against love, you might want to consider why. Why would you not want loving, cooperative partnership, reciprocity, acknowledgement, somebody that dotes on you and wants to make life better for you and all of those things, whatever that looks like for you? Why would you not want that? We got to let go of that control, folks, and let it in and have enough faith that our ancestors and our spirit teams know how to shop for us. Detach. You're being asked to detach from something that you've been holding on to. When we hold on too tightly to the desired outcome, it restricts the flow. Trust that the outcome will work out and let go of your attachment to it. What did we just get through talking about? Step back. You're being asked to step back from your life in order to gain perspective. When you're too close to a situation, it can be hard to make a decision. Span out and view your life from a distance so you can get the perspective needed. Amen to that. How many times have we been with somebody, and I'm staying on the relationship theme because love is central here, and I think this is one of the hardest things we get through. How many of us have ever dated someone? Oh, we thought they were just the cat's pajamas, and all of our friends, family, strangers in the street just about were like, what are you doing? What do you deserve better? What do you see in that person? And you couldn't see it because you was holding on too tightly. Spirit is saying, let it go. Whatever it is that you've been struggling with is about to be resolved. Remember that resolutions don't always happen in the way we hope or want, but being able to move forward and start fresh always brings relief. Especially in, again, whooping this horse in the relationship area. Many times, from what I've heard, seen, and everything else, and I've done it myself, we get in these positions where relationships fall apart and we won't let it go and we won't let it go and we won't let it go. And eventually the karmic lets go or cheats or does something so outrageous that it ends anyway. And we're so devastated and crushed and oh my goodness. We should be thankful, but we can't because our ego is crushed. Not so much that that painful relationship is gone, but because we got dumped. Let's be honest. We can't take that. You be sitting up there wanting, oh, it's gonna get better. I'm gonna leave him and he's sorry and she this and I can't stand it and da 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 and let them leave first. And now all of a sudden you're calling and trying to text and can't we work it out? For what? Wasn't nothing to work out. That's why they left. They tried to give you all of the red flags and the warnings and the signs. They literally, some of them be acting so ridiculous, trying to force your hand because they don't want to be the bad guy. But eventually, somebody got to be smart enough to part ways. And we also have to realize that sometimes those are redirections for our spiritual benefit. That's a resolution to our scenario. We've been asking for peace. We've been asking for love. We've been asking for prosperity, but we're holding on to an energy that will not allow peace and love and prosperity and reciprocity in our lives because they're not going to provide it. And as long as we tied up with them, it can't come. But we keep holding on. And sometimes spirit will take care of it for you. And you have to learn to, yeah, it hurts. But you know what? It hurts a lot less when you get to a point of learning to love yourself. I used to be like, shoot, you ain't want me, I don't want you 10 minutes ago. Now I say that, and yes, I may go in the room and cry, do whatever. I'm going to have my introspective moments for a few days, but how long are we going to allow ourselves to wallow in that? You have to know that you are a beautiful person worthy of love and reciprocity. And if the person that you were with can't see that, that is their loss. Sucks to be them that they're not developing at the rate that you are spiritually. Oh, well, that's not your business either. Everybody, like the old folks say, everybody ain't in your life for a lifetime. Some folks, most people are in our lives just for a season. If you're over 30 years old, please don't tell me that everybody that you started out in life and everybody you've ever crossed paths with is still an active part in your life. If so, you have absolutely no boundaries. Because everybody you've been exposed to wasn't supposed to come along with you. They teach us a lesson and we're supposed to move on. And that's very true even in our romantic relationships sometimes. Now, let's get into this main spread. I done ran on too long about that, but I don't know. It just felt like, well, Spirit had something to say, I guess, because that definitely wasn't where I thought we were going today. But hey, here's what it is. All right. Soul helpers, please give us a message for the collective. Give it a couple more just to get the right ones here. Okay. The time for romance has come. That's the first card out of the deck at the heart of your pyramid of insight. See it as an opportunity for a radiant life. Ooh, sorry. Okay. Next up, a light-filled angel is at your side. It watches over you at every dark doorway. So we know this ain't easy, but you do have angelic direction. Rise above the dark days of life. Okay. Somebody is really, really struggling with this. That's why this is out in this reading today. I'm not trying to be harsh or cold. I really am not. And I if I'm coming off that way, I apologize because we've all been through there. So I'm not being cavalier when I was just saying, well, just get over it because I know it's not that easy. But we're doing the soul work to help you get there. because you're going to get there. That's the only way to get to the love you actually want. Staying embroiled in that hurt and pain is only keeping you stuck and keeping what you actually want away from you. It's like picking a scab. It will never heal if you keep picking at it. You got to let that go so that you can get what Spirit has for you. Awaken all your senses. Slow down and become aware of them. You are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. This one came out in the first position of the pre-shuffle, so I'm glad to see that it's back here. Take a new direction and be open to new experiences. And then we're going to get positions 6 and 7. Ooh, you cast a spell with your existence. Magic flows brightly and radiantly within you. And don't this look kind of like a wedding dress? So that's kind of what's on deck for you, forthcoming. Well, or kind of Spirit's last 2 words on it, I should say. And the very last one, follow your vision. Never lose sight of what's really important. Like I said, very few of us wanted to be a hermit sitting on the side of a mountain in a cave off by ourselves forever until the end of time as children. We really didn't. When we finish doing this soul work, you go back and heal, do the inner work. You have to go back and rescue your inner child. And when you take your inner child's hand, they're going to remind you of all those things that y'all said you were going to do. And from a healed place and perspective, Spirit will help you still line up with some of that. Yes, our purpose may shift a little bit, but the point is to do something that is going to make you and your inner child smile. Your inner child, your inner teen, your inner, all of them. Those painful, toxic relationships don't make none of y'all smile. And they got to go. They got to go. Now, we're going to jump in here. Let's see with this one. Yeah. Next up, we're going to start with the goddesses. We're going to do some of the others with the, like I said, I got the Orisha deck and the tarot. We're just going to see what's coming here. So, the time for romance has come, but what can stop this from you? Not understanding that you have divine protection and leaning into it. And the bridge that can help you across is to let go, having faith that it's going to get better. Ma is out here at the beginning of this reading. And interestingly enough, I'm listening. I think this is a my meditation. Oh, I dropped the thing. But yeah, the meditation music is a my meditation. Yeah. And then next we have Mami Wata, naked. It's that point of vulnerability and knowing that you are beautiful and worthy. You don't have to be dressed up or any of that because at your core, you're beautiful. Isaiah Ayazan is here with miracles. Rise above the dark days of life. I'm trying to tell you, something is on its way to you. Excuse me, family. The Terra is here with brazen. Awaken all your senses. Slow down and become aware of them. You do have to reach a point of becoming bold. That timidness and all that, when you awaken your senses and understand how powerful you really are, there's no point, there's no room left for timidity. Not really. I mean, yeah, to a degree. And honestly, I get it. That is hard. For me, for you, I had no idea that I was going to ever be in any kind of public arena. I was taught to be seen and not heard my entire life. I didn't like making waves. I've been trying to disappear and be this. Well, it's hard to be small and invisible when you're this fluffy. But that even that, I had to reach a point of healing where I understood that the nail biting and the weird part of is food poisoning. We can get that part with what we eat in America, but the idea that emotional eating and stuff, that's a way of trying to not be seen, trying to protect yourself by it is a lot of psychological stuff that comes with that. But as you begin to heal those things, you realize there's nothing wrong with being seen. You're supposed to be seen. People that change history are not quiet and docile. What's that saying? Well-behaved women never made history. It's the truth. Well-behaved, truthfully, according to them, well-behaved anybody never really made history, because there comes a point in time the change makers, by virtue of what they're doing, are going to buck the status quo, period. And that's what you're here to do too, family. We have Gang Gang Sarah with resistance, with this spiritual blossoming. So there is some resistance there, but we're gonna have to open this up. Spirit saying, take a new direction, be open to new experiences. You're gonna have to let go of this resistance. Yes, it may be a little scary, but not really. It ain't no scarier than the nightmare you've been living. Most of us on this channel, chosen ones, black sheep, star seeds, rebels, spiritual warriors, light workers, we've been getting it out the mud. You done been through some stuff. Guess what? What do you really think the spirit got lined up for you that's going to be worse than what the hell you done already been through? So you might as well stop fighting it and see what's around the corner. Spirit is saying the light at the end of the tunnel is not a train, people. Let love in. Yes, the last 1, 2, 5, 15, whatever relationships you had back there when you were trying to push the noodle may have ended badly. But in that choosing to shut it down, and many of us have gone through periods of celibacy and all of that, you literally cleared a lot of that energy away. And while you didn't realize it, your vibration was rising. You couldn't attract that kind of nonsense again if you tried. And if somebody do try to come in your experience with that foolishness, you're going to spot it from a mile away and say, thank you, next. So you ain't even got to worry about being hurt on that level no more. Spirit ain't gonna let it happen. You got good juju here. Marie Laveau is here. You are in your Dharma season. You cast a spell with your existence. Magic flows brightly and radiant within you with this good juju. Okay, and with follow your vision. Wow. I actually wound up reading. Oh, wait a second. What's this? Oh, 2 flipped. Hold on. Actually, 3 flipped. I'm not going to take all of these, but I do want to look at them because they actually came out on the pre-shuffle. One of these did. Anyway, this Noonday Truth is right here. And actually, we do have to lead it. Never lose sight of what's really important. We have Truth here, along with Mawa Lisa, Cosmic Power, and Long Bubby Susie, Shame. And honestly, you would think this card to me is so beautiful. She is dressed here, but I'm gonna cover it anyway because YouTube. But I think she's in the Brazilian traditions, and they talk about her long pendulous breasts, and kids are scared of her and all. But the point of this is you do not have anything to be ashamed of. You are beautiful and perfect exactly the way you are. I don't care who made you feel otherwise. Those people that the reason you don't want love and you're scared of it and you closed off and all of that is because someone helped you. I ain't gonna say they made you feel unworthy, because no one can make you feel unworthy. You can buy into their projections and decide to adopt that thinking, but they helped facilitate your feelings of unworthiness. You are not unworthy. You're a chosen one. You didn't fit in because you weren't supposed to fit in, but you weren't the wrong one. You may have been the odd egg out only because you was in a whole carton full of cracked eggs. You're not crazy. You were never meant to fit in because you're something special, something completely different. And you're never going to fit with those because you was in the wrong neighborhood. And when you start shopping for relationships, you were shopping in the wrong aisle. That's why it never fit. But we're doing something different now. Oh, goodness. A bunch came over here. I honest. Oh, wow. Okay, y'all. This is crazy. Because I had no intention of taking all of those, but the way they fell, they over here. I ain't got a choice. Because we have Mojaji, Manifestation, and Sekhmet, Wounded Healer. Can I tell you, through your heartbreak, you are going to ascend and you're going to manifest if you just stop fighting it, get over this resistance and let it happen. And of course, take what resonates, leave the rest. Tarot is for entertainment purposes only. Don't let a tarot